Hi, we're Ralph and Lonnie D'Amicus. We're going to be doing the forecast for March 2025. I would like to mention really quickly, we've been getting a lot of comments about the calendar we've referred to. So if you don't have your calendar, you might want to visit Planetary Calendar so that you can follow along with us. So we're going to get into the second week of March. That's the week from the 9th to the 15th. And it starts out kind of social. There's not aspects on the lines. I have to mention that daylight time begins and do my little rant about daylight time should never begin, because the natural time is the time that your body relates to, and it causes schizophrenia and all kinds of health problems. But you do have to be in sync with the rest of the world, and astrologers are nothing if they're not timekeepers, so we have to remind you that daylight time begins.
Though apparently Arizona and New Mexico don't need to be in sync with the rest of the world.
Exactly.
They don't do it. So okay. Well, nevertheless, the week starts off, very gently. You've got the nice Leo moon on the Sunday. The Leo moon extends through the Monday, which is a very nice social day. No big challenges that day. Just nice lunar aspects. On the 11th, you still have the Leo moon. A couple of nice aspects. A nice aspect between Mercury and Venus are going to be conjunct. The moon's going to be squaring Uranus. But then finally, we get to the later part of the week. You get to the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and that's when everything kind of like breaks loose. You might say
The invariable fan.
Exactly.
Yes.
And on the Wednesday, the big thing that's happening is the Sun is conjunct Saturn. Okay, this happens once a year. It's going to be several days before and several days after. There's something about the Saturnian energy that suppresses the energy of the Sun, and you will notice that overall energy levels tend to go down. I mean, it's to the point where crystals grow slower during these aspects. Plants grow slower during these aspects.
And just to make a little aside, if you have a relationship with someone where their Saturn is on your Sun, if you're feeling oppressed and depressed, it's not in your head. But there are ways, if you know about the way that Saturn affects the Sun, there are compromises and things that you can do to adjust behavior to make that work. But both people need to be committed to it.
Yes. Now, the big thing that's happening is on the Thursday, the 13th. It is the full moon, 11:54 p.m. at 23 degrees Virgo. That's Virgo Pisces, or the goddess and the dolphins, as we like to say. This is the eclipse, okay? And this is a full
Total eclipse.
Lunar eclipse, so it's definitely going to be a big one. And what do we say? Now, you have to remember, we wrote these forecasts like 15 months ago, and when things actually make sense at the time, when we read them like 15 months later, we're always like, "Whoa, that was cool." In this case, it really does work. It often works, I mean,
Kill us, please.
we are working with principles that have been developed over thousands of years. The total lunar eclipse at 23 degrees Virgo and Pisces places Saturn conjunct the Sun in the sign when the old season fades into the new spring. Be careful with your thoughts and focus on being optimistic, because there will be people who may be losing hope or wearing down with worry. Oh God, really? Not surprising. Get together with the people you care about and herd them towards the future. That Mars in Cancer, the crab, trine the Sun and sextile the Moon shows that a good walk, cooking, and enjoyable household products will make all the difference in our mood. For the next 2 weeks, people will feel emotionally bound up, so be gentle and kind.
And I'm sure you have a lot of interventions planned,
Yes.
because the degree of that eclipse is my Mars.
Yes, right on her Mars. Yes.
Exactly on my Mars. Thank you very much. A gift from the universe.
Well, it's okay, because later in the year, the eclipse happens on my birthday. So, in September.
This
So it's
Virgo energy.
It's the year of Healthy and Lonnie. That's just the way it is.
Well, at least we support each other through these transits.
Exactly.
Right?
Very important. Be kind and gentle.
We got that black box on the 14th, on Holi and Purim. I'm not sure that's legal, but
It's
we
part-
put the black box on there.
Well,
anyway.
Mercury's turning retrograde that day. That's part of it. I mean, that's the
Well,
big
and
part
you're
of the
still
issue.
reeling from the eclipse.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And so the fact that the sun is parallel the moon only brings that eclipse into the next day more strongly.
yeah.
So you've got all that. And then the sun being sextile Uranus, whenever we have a favorable aspect to Uranus and we put it above the line, I think, well, is that really a favorable aspect? Because Uranus is the disruptor, so it may not be as favorable as and sextile with some other planet there.
Right, and it's helpful to realize that now Mercury and Venus are both going to be backpedaling. They're both going to be retrograde at the same time. So a lot of personal stuff, Mercury, these are very personal planets, is going to kind of slow down. It's a good time to kind of go back and address things you didn't address within your intimate circle before. And the other thing that's going on too is that realize that Mercury is going to, it's going to back into Pisces on the 29th, then it's going to turn direct on April 7th before getting back on track. Okay, so realize that between now and April 7th, realize Mercury is retrograde, do everything twice, check everything twice, sometimes triple times, and it'll make life a little simpler for you.
And we wind up with the 15th. Saturday the 15th is the end of the week. We've got those two oppositions to both Mercury and Venus. The moon in Libra is trine Jupiter, but to me that just makes it all sort of bigger. Things are a little bit out of balance on a day when it should be in balance. So I would lay low. I wouldn't.
Yes.
I wouldn't stray
Yeah.
too far afield.
This would definitely be a great day to do some meditation early in the day, kind of rebalance yourself. Don't after all the boom, boom, boom of the eclipse.
And you know how I love the beach. A nice drive to a winter beach. I like it.
Oh, wonderful!
I like
idea.
it. Because it's
Wonderful
still
idea.
winter until next week.
Yes, yeah. Pisces was tradition at the time when the tribes would head out in their boats and go fishing. So
There you go. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube at Planetary Calendar Astrology. And if you don't have a calendar, come visit us at planetarycalendar.com. See you next time.